back to Bumpy Road. It's going to talk about the upcoming clone recipe that I'll be doing. So I went out and purchased a book for clone brews. It has 200 recipes, and the day after I bought this book, I found out that there's one that has 300 recipes, and in this, about 100 of these recipes are like domestic American lagers. So it's not going to help me too much. There's some stuff flipping through that I could probably do, depending on the style that is chosen and stuff. But it wasn't hard to tally up the winner for this upcoming clone brew. I think there was only one for like a Doppelbock. All the rest were all for a pumpkin ale. Originally, I was thinking about doing this one, the Southern Tier Pumpkin. So, since there's no real recipes out there, I went out, purchased a 4-pack, so I could, try it and try to get as much information as I could from the beer. And the 2018 version here, it does not seem the same as the past. It just doesn't seem as full-bodied, as sweet. So after about a bottle, maybe a bottle and a half, I was already tired of this. And being at 8.6%, I started thinking to myself, do you really want a full keg of this? If I'm already sick of it after a couple bottles, it's not really what I want to do. So, plus this thing, it's like Bam graham cracker pie crust. I mean, there's so much of it that I have no clue on even how to really get that note in the beer without using some type of an extract, and I don't want to really use any like flavor extracts. I was thinking about just doing like a whole box of cinnamon and graham crackers and the mash, along with some of the I was going to use pumpkin puree, but I think I'm going to go with Dogfish Head's pumpkin ale. That one's only a 7% ABV, and there's a little bit more out there kind of on it. There's one recipe that somebody says that pretty much comes close to that beer. I guess it is a brown ale with like the pumpkin and the pie spices and brown sugar and all that. So I'll probably take that recipe that I found online. I'll plug it into my Beersmith 3 app. And local store, I called one of the better beer stores in my area. Contacted them. They will probably have some Dogfish Head pumpkin ale in store this week, so I'll put that online recipe into the Beersmith 3 app, and then I'll pick up the pumpkin ale, and I'll be able to pour it, look at it, smell, drink, and then tweak the recipe if I need to, just depending on where it's falling as far as the SRM, the coloring, ABV, all that stuff. Also mouthfeel. I believe it is more of a full-bodied one, at least that's what they say on the bottles. Plus, I do have Sam Callione's Extreme Brewing book. I've had this for a while. there is no clone recipe of their pumpkin ale in here, but they do have their head brewer put in a recipe for a pumpkin porter, which, you know, gives some helpful hints, probably on like how much spice they're probably using when they're putting it in. Also, some of the hops that are probably used for their pumpkin brown ale as well. You know, porter's gonna be a little more robust, so they probably use a little bit extra hops and everything. But there just seems to be a little bit more information out there, anyways, without having an exact clone brew recipe already made for the pumpkin ale. So that's the one I'm going to shoot for brewing up. So be on the lookout for that home brew day. So just wanted to keep everybody posted. I am doing this stuff. It's just taking a while. Like I said, I was kind of hoping I could just find the recipe already done, not have to basically make it my own. But that's what we're going to do for at least this one. Cheers, guys. Thank you for watching. Check in later.